All right, in the Romantic period, we have talked about nationalism, which is music that is art music that's based on folklore, folk music, and that sort of thing. So let's take a look at a folk music that's very close to America, and that is Mexican folk music. So when you think about Mexican music, what's the first thing you think about? Bet you said mariachi. Most of us, that's all we know about Mexican music, is that it's got mariachi bands. And that is a large part of Mexican culture. Did you realize, though, that this is a relatively modern kind of ensemble? This really only comes around in the Romantic period, which is why we're going to talk about it here. So what is mariachi? They're not quite sure where the word comes from. They think it might come from a native Indian word for musician. But I think it also might come from the French word for marriage, because the French who colonized there would often have these bands for their weddings. So it seems sort of a natural fit to take the word for marriage and make it sound like the name of the band. So it began in Jalisco, Mexico, as I said, during the Romantic era. And so what is it exactly? So a mariachi ensemble usually has from 7 to 9 players, although you will see these days, because it's a very popular ensemble, even in the American Southwest, they might have a huge group where they've just got lots of extra instruments of each type, but typically it's from 7 to 9 players. And they have a very particular costume that they wear, as you will see in the video. It comes from old cowboy outfits. Now we're talking about Central American and South American cowboys, so don't think chaps and cowboy hats. The cowboy outfit would have pants that would have big shiny buttons down the sides of the legs, and so you will see that kind of decoration down the side. They have a short jacket that's sort of like a bolero jacket. They have a big floppy bow tie, and they wear a big wide belt. They wear boots, but they're not tall boots. They're short boots, which of course are really fashionable these days again, and sombreros. And some of the sombreros are extremely elaborate for these performing groups. So that's what they wear, and so the whole group will wear that. And in Mexico, this would be a group of men. But in America, you will often see women in mariachi ensembles, but they still wear the same outfit, although I think I have seen some that instead of wearing the pants will wear a long skirt that has the same decoration down the side. So what are the instruments of the mariachi band? Violins, there are usually 2 or 3 of those, and a couple of trumpets. And those 2 groups of instruments work together playing melodic parts. So if the violins are playing the melody, then the trumpets are playing harmony that's a third above or a third below what the melody is doing. And if the trumpets are playing it, then the violins will play that harmony part. There are guitars of all different sizes. There is an instrument called the vihuela, which is like a guitar, and as you look at it, you probably won't be able to tell the difference. But whereas a guitar has 1 set of 6 strings, a vihuela has 2 sets of 6 strings that sit atop each other. So you get vibration from one, so it sort of gets reinforced with the ones below. Sort of like we saw the harpsichord, where you had strings stretched above each other to reinforce the sound. And there's also an instrument called a guitarrón, which is a really big guitar. And I've got a picture of that for you. And so you can see that, and you will see it also in the video. So take a look now at this mariachi band and see if you can see who's got the melody, the violins or the trumpets, and sort of pay attention to how those 2 parts are working together. The guitars are all playing the chordal parts, and they also provided the rhythm, because you'll notice there are no percussionists in this ensemble. So now go enjoy this not really very old folk music from Mexico, mariachi.